The deplorable condition of the Georgetown and Vridenup Stellings continue to be a great concern for hundreds of Guyanese traversing the Demerara River on a daily basis. While sections of the Stellings have seen some remedial work in 2015 and 2016, the two facilities are still in a rundown, dilapidated state. However, good news is on the horizon. If all goes according to plan, these Stellings should see some holistic enhancements in 2020 through a program funded by the United Kingdom and the Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund. The Ministry of Public Infrastructure in October 2018 contracted a consultancy company in the United Kingdom, Mott MacDonald, to carry out a feasibility study for the rehabilitation works on the Stellings. Senior engineer of the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Jeremy Braffett, told Nightly News that the Stellings will be built to facilitate hassle-free access to river taxis.
We envisage that the Stelling buildings themselves would be substantially upgraded. The discussions so far have essentially focused on the provision of ease of access and the provision of multiple mooring locations for speedboats. So currently at boat areas, I think at maximum, based on the facilities available, you're limited to one or two boats mooring at the same time. In some cases, it's simply limited to one. We've extensively discussed the possibility of having a reconfiguration done to allow for multiple speedboats to moor at both facilities.
He added that plans are apace for the new Stellings to also facilitate persons who vend.
Considerations are also being given to making provisions for the facilities themselves to accommodate, to a limited extent, certain business activities, waiting areas for passengers. Currently, both facilities are managed by the Transport and Harbors Department, and so we're collaborating with them on these aspects, but really allowing to some extent for commercial activity in a controlled way.
Braffett explained that the first phase of the feasibility study conducted by Mott MacDonald comprised social and environmental assessments and considerations of suitable design structures for the Stelling.
They would have done their independent count on the movement of passengers, both directions, demand periods, to get an idea of the kind of numbers of persons who use the river taxis on a daily basis. And that really would have guided the determination of the kind of access ways and space requirements that would apply. And there were also a number of engineering considerations that had to be discussed during the feasibility phase. For example, what would be the most suitable designs to adopt for the upgrade of the structures, the facilities, both at Stabroek and Vridenup. Those engineering options, or the optioneering for the engineering solutions that would apply for the upgrade works, whether pile foundation with a deck would be used, the type of material consideration, concrete. I think for the most part it felt that we would need to use more robust materials for this project. And whether the entire design consideration itself could be adjusted. There are options like retaining walls, and so the entire area is retained and then backfilled, and so you build on.
The feasibility study and the development of the final designs are set to conclude in November of this year. Tamika Rodney reporting for HGP Nightly News.